Hey, James Hayes here. Welcome to the Developmental Edge channel, where smart coaches learn how to fast track their skills and their business. Today we're going to talk about motivation. Motivation is a critical ingredient for all entrepreneurs and business owners. One of the biggest problems with being a business owner or entrepreneur is that you don't have a boss. You are the boss. So there's no one for you to be accountable to except for yourself. Which means your success and your motivation is critical. Your success is dependent on you being a self-starter, on you taking initiative, on you being proactive, and there's no one there to hound you to get it done. So that's got to be you. So today we're going to talk about this key skill, how to get motivated and how to stay motivated. So tip number one with getting and staying motivated is to make sure your mindset is right. And there's two things we need to get right in your mindset. The first thing is stop focusing on your problems, focus on your goals. There's a million potential problems you can focus on in business and in your life. Problems like nobody knows me, or my clients aren't buying. But the problem with focusing on problems is one, there's no solutions in problems. And two, your brain releases cortisol into your bloodstream whenever you're focusing on problems. Cortisol is the stress hormone. That is a killer for your motivation. If instead you convert that into a goal, like nobody knows me, converts into how can I be the most known person in my industry? People aren't buying, converts into how can I create such a value proposition? People are throwing money at me. When you focus on goals, you know what you're moving toward, and your brain, instead of releasing cortisol, releases dopamine, which is the feel-good chemical, the chemical of happiness. That is the chemical associated with motivation. That's what you want. So convert your problems into goals. Number two, when it comes to your mindset, is have ambitious goals. Your goals should excite you. If they don't excite you, they're the wrong goals. However, be realistic with your expectations. It's great to have ambitious goals, but I see too many people expecting results overnight, expecting success overnight, and then they get so demoralized when it doesn't happen. Treat your business like a marathon, not like a sprint. Forget about the finish line. Don't focus on the finish line, focus on the run. Get the run right. Get your process of running your business right, and the finish line will take care of itself. In business, you need to have an experimental mindset. You don't yet know what's going to work if you're just starting out. So you've got to try stuff. Try this and try that and try this and try that. Expect lots of it to not work. It's part of the tinkering and experimental process. It's part of you figuring out what does work. So you need to have the mindset that expects to make mistakes, expects to have a couple of failures along the way. These aren't really failures. These are just iterations in your design process. So focus on business as a marathon, not as a sprint. Number two, you need to have a compelling why for being in business. Now, I don't want to sound cliche. Maybe you've heard about having a why before, but this is actually really practical and really pragmatic. There's going to come a point in your business when it hurts. In everything in life, there comes a point where it hurts, where it's hard. And you're looking at the pain and the endurance you have to go through to get the result. When you're looking at that, you're going to ask yourself a question. You're going to ask, why am I doing this? If you don't have a great reason, if your reason isn't big enough, isn't bigger than the pain you're experiencing, you're going to quit. You're going to psych out. So you need to have a compelling reason for why you're doing this. Here's a little practical tip when it comes to having a why. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, write down, what's my goal with my business? What am I trying to do here? And whatever you write down after that, write, why is this important to me? Spend a couple of minutes answering that question. And then whatever you answer, ask again. Why is that important to me? And you want to do this at least 5 times. Each time you're building upon your previous answer. If by the end of asking why 5 times, you're not excited by what you've written, it's a red flag. It's a red flag that either your motivations aren't compelling enough or it's the wrong goal. You should be setting a different one. So make sure you've got a powerful, compelling why. Number 3, optimize your life for productivity and for discipline. Your motivation will come and go. It's natural. Sometimes you'll have high motivation, sometimes you'll have low motivation. So we can't rely on it as the sole source of our output. We need to have some discipline as well. So here are a couple of tips and techniques when it comes to discipline. Number 1, set your to-do list the night before, not the day of. If you set it the day of, then you'll waste time thinking, what should I do? What should I do next? Is this what I should do? If you do it the night before, you've already got a prioritized action plan for you to just get kick-started the next day. So do that. Also, commit to a minimal viable output every single day. It doesn't matter whether it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. If you're writing a book, maybe you just want to commit to 100 words. Whatever it is, make sure you have a minimal amount of work that you commit to, rain, hail, or shine. And do that. Don't ever break that. Build that discipline so that when your motivation is low, you're still making progress. When your motivation is high, you can go above and beyond your minimal viable. But no matter what, every single day, you're building your business and you're moving incrementally forwards towards success. Final technique here, final tip is clear all your distractions. Get rid of your WhatsApps, your Facebooks, your Slack messages, anything that can distract you. Prime your environment for productivity so that when you're doing your most important work, your deep work, your business building work, you're distraction free. There's all kinds of techniques out there, the Pomodoro technique. My favorite is 90-minute jam sessions, where for 90 minutes, absolutely zero distractions, zero focus on any other work except for this one important task that I'm trying to get off the ground. Do these things and not only will you have motivation, but if and when motivation lags, you've got discipline to back you up. Number 4, take time to rest and recharge. These people that tell you to hustle for 24 hours a day and only sleep for 3 hours, that is bullshit. Your brain is just like a muscle, just like your biceps. Nobody goes to the gym and works for 24 hours and gets big. That's how you get sick. And the same is true for your brain. Your brain needs rest and recharge. Your brain needs you to switch off from work from time to time so you can go do other things with your life and give your brain a chance to recharge. It's productive. It's not counterproductive. It's the right thing for you to do so that you can keep pulling moves, you can keep busting output, you can keep building your business. So take time to recharge and make sure you're celebrating your wins along the way. Celebrating your wins isn't just going to make you feel good, it also releases dopamine into your brain, which strengthens neural pathways. This is a very fancy way of saying it helps reinforce your behaviors. So when you celebrate something, like celebrate your incremental progress, you're encouraging your whole system, your whole brain, to keep wanting to repeat that behavior. So there you have it, 4 key principles on how to get and stay motivated. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite motivation technique? Leave a comment below. If you liked this video, hit the subscribe button, and if you know somebody else who'd appreciate it, spread the love and share it with them. By the way, if you want some cool resources, check the links in the description of this video. And that's it from me, friends. Stay hungry, and we'll catch you next time.